So, station 3 is now active. This is going to be a basically Photoshop driven station to that. I'll stay. So I went into my English composition class on Friday and was expecting some huge lecture class where everyone is really reluctant to participate, and it was exactly the opposite, and I'm super excited about it. So, oh, okay, bored. Sick. Oh, she's at the Davidskins building, toiling away again. For her. So the teacher complimented my outfit, and everyone spoke and gave their opinions, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We're using higher learning reading and writing about college. So I'm going to have some stuff. I mean, it might seem, and my older stuff was all suck your legs, kiss me there and there. Like, I guess that was Poppy's right compilation. But anyways, you know, so I have this. I wrote this. So far, it's just like it's murder, but it's the pen mightier than the brush. I used to paint quite frequently. I had many shows in the cafes where I worked and was quite successful, selling almost everything for $300 to $1,000. Not a substantial amount of money, but a rather welcome supplement to the income of a cook in a coffee shop, allowing me to get the tab at the martini bar, pay my rent, and buy lots of art supplies. Excuse me. Writing is like painting, an immortal extension of thyself. Excuse me. that's in there. Anyways, also in process and often purpose, they are similar, as I find a subject of interest to myself and the target audience. I decide upon Sekhmet, the Egyptian goddess. As the story goes, she wished to annihilate humanity as solvent of their disrespect to Ra and constant complaining. Constant complaining, I might have got that from Rose Garden Funeral Stars, I can't remember, but anyways, good enough. So, and ungratefulness. Earth's chapter of humanity would have ended there, if not for the other gods and goddesses' initiative to stop her. They dyed numerous barrels of beer to the color of blood. The unquenchable thirst of her bloodlust was so great that she was tricked into consuming all of them. Becoming quite intoxicated and forgetting her aforementioned agenda. She was the dark aspect of Hathor, a moon goddess of fertility and continuous creation. The Egyptians often represented their doctrines with a duality, like a white tower and a black tower. Having successfully created and sold a piece of Hathor, I decided to focus upon Sekhmet. First, I found a model to base my subject upon. I use a model in order to achieve realism and proportion, in order to create a piece recognizable and accepted by many people, not unlike writing. Just think of how outlandish Kerouac seemed with his spontaneous prose, and how it did not seem to vary so substantially from the norm. Look at the product of years of writ degenerate, the catalyst being Kerouac and his disregard of structure. Yeah. Bang! Anyways, I decided to represent Sekhmet with much motion and power. Her crimson hair flying, and her arm outstretched as if enforcing an incantation, like she threw it. And her black dress, well, all of this needed an outline, an establishment of perimeter and palette to be accomplished and realized. I rarely sketch. I simply do, in order to have a piece free of unnecessary lines or texture. But sometimes I do sketch in my book, brainstorming, and I have drawn a complete painting with pencil prior to painting. There are different methods, as there are different types of art and script. It is all Kunst in my eye and heart. Oberkunst. So this is my journal, and we're supposed to really fill it up, and then we're going to base our essays or use it for our essays and stuff like that. So I'm pretty excited because I've been absent from the curriculum for so long. This is not so tedious and mundane for me. It's really fun. Where does it go? This is a brainstorm that I need to work on. We have to write about the seashell in class. Beside me sits a seashell, 6 rows of brown spikes, retired protectors of the former inhabitants. A little guy. It is only 4 inches across. This wonderful shell is organic in appearance. It looks literally like an organ, perhaps a heart. If you look beyond the spikes and the spiral, white, infinite if you consider its creation, conducted by the first inhabitants. Yes. Orchestrated by the matrix of life. After helium and hydrogen, light orb supernova explosion, the matrix of nature, eons retentive and enduring. He is a happy shell, and he likes the rainy days. So we've had plenty of rain, and I'm stoked. So I am going to wait for Kara to go home from work. And I'm waiting for my Adobe programs in the mail, so I am installing the trial versions. Funny. And this is going to be cool.